And of course, our space station is going to have these guns all the way around the outside. We have some now, but that's going to be a monumental effort. This is going to go down to a point quite a bit down, and it's going to have guns on this side as well. Just so you know, this ring you can park on either side because we're in space. This will never go into gravity.
Yeah, it's a space station only.
Yeah. This is going to be our CIC area and living spaces up here. We're kind of figuring out the shape of it. So that's what we're working on right now. And we'll have guns on the top of that as well. So you're not going to be able to approach the ship. It will fly around, but it has how many jump drives right now?
That's a good question.
I think
and I can't seem to get into any of the terminals, so I can't look right now real easily. But there's a lot. It's quite a few.
This spaceship is going to have probably anywhere from 40 to 80 jump drives. So this thing is going to jump to the system you want to explore. Then we're going to have ships that are docked to it that will let you go to the planet of those the system you're in, or mine in space, or whatever you want to do. And then you'll have small grid ships for doing the work. We're also going to have a ship or a module for the truck. We haven't quite figured out which one. That will be a drop pod basically for a planet. It'll have thrusters and its own refinery assembler and what else? Nuclear reactor.
Yeah, like are you talking about the
It's basically a drop-in base on any planet you want.
Oh yeah.
So that you don't have to build all that. You just drop it, go get your resources. It'll be processing it while you go do other things on that planet. And when you're done, you bring it back to the space station.
If you do flick to my screen, you can see the jump drives. I've got a good view of how many there are.
Okay. And this is your screen. And we're going to have probably twice that many more in the tail end that we haven't built yet.
There's so many of them.
Yeah. So that's the overall design. Is this gets you into the system, and then from there, how do we get to a planet without having to start over every time? Get to the fun stuff. So that's why we're kind of spending some time building this. For one, it's huge. And the gravity changes based on where you're at, because Num Charlie's putting gravity generators in places so that as you're walking around, you will actually
switch back to your stream.
Could. I'm just sitting here.
But yeah, there's
yeah
gravity generators so that you don't have to switch your direction of travel. You just walk.
Yeah. So right here, if I were to go through here, I'm on the landing one side, I can go to the other side, or I can go in through the walkway here. If I go to this section over here, I think is a little different. Now, we were putting in some stuff in the place. We have to connect all the connectors, so that's what this middle part of this landing pad is. But if I walk in here and I go through here and I go into here, I'm gravity oriented to this section, but when we get into the top, it's actually going to switch, and you're going to end up being this way, because the top is down is going to be this way, so we will be doing that. Isn't that because of the boot? Well, it is now, yes. The landing
boots,
pad
to some degree
does not have gravity. So you use your boots or your jetpack. But inside of the space station, it does have gravity. And the gravity changes based on where you're at.
Yeah, you'll see there's gravity in the hallways.
I think, I'm trying to think where that, you have a walkway, right? Somewhere. Is that, or down below?
What, out the big hole?
Yeah, I think that's down here.
I was thinking about doing just like a graded catwalk through this like lit hole through here, because it just has this real like...
So, this is what I was talking about right here. You see, this is not the boots, what I'm doing right now. This is gravity changing.
Well, there's a brief spot of zero gravity that allows you to handle that curve.
Yeah.
And then the gravity changes at the door. So gravity is on, and then off, and then on here. So when you, you got to go through the door to, I guess, but yeah.
So...
like really, really narrow gravity fields in very specific areas just to help kind of guide you around these like changes of directions.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little disorienting when you're on the landing pad and like trying to remember which door it is you came in. It's like, was it the left or the bottom or the, god.
So I made him put signs, and one says top, one says bottom. So if you remember the sign when you go in, you can go in the same side.
Yeah.
But if not, you just fly through the hole and get to the other side. But yeah, this is what we're doing. So where are these gold accents you put on? Right here?
There's just these little teeny tiny triangular accents.
Yeah. And I was going to take this. We'll see what that looks like.
That gold stripe and carry it up.
Yeah. I think that will look good too.
You have to do it on the other side then too.
Yeah.
It's a stark white color with the gold pattern. Yeah, there you go.
I just shift P.
That works too.
Then I don't know. So. Now, do we like that shape?
It is very mushroomy.
Okay. But do we like it?
Well, okay. Yes. But the issue's going to be it's going to be rounded because of that angle. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Like, how are you building the walls off that line? And how do they terminate? Do they just...
I don't know.
Do they just extend straight up and straight down without any sort of curve?
They can.
I'm not...
This is just the initial,
because if we,
try to keep
in my mind,
large.
When I think of a mushroom, I think of a circle, you know?
Yeah, but you didn't want to do a circle.
That's what I'm saying. So how are we going to complete these lines, if not a circle, to make it look like a mushroom? Are we gonna... What are your thoughts on that?
I don't have any thoughts on that. I just don't want to crash again.
It's so once you have you hit P for your palette to bring up your you gotta hold a block, I should say, first. Like hold any placeable block. Hit P for palette. Select your color, select your texture, and then push the block up against something like you're gonna place it, and just use your middle click on your mouse.
Yep.
And that'll paint it.
Now, if you hit Shift Control, and you hit the middle mouse, it will paint the whole grid, right?
Oh yeah, be careful of that.
So you don't want to do
Shift
that.
or Control while painting, I'd be very careful not to hold those.
Yeah.
But it's really nice if you do want to paint an entire ship all at once and then paint the accents on. That Shift Control middle click will go bam and change the whole thing. Now there's no undo, so good luck.
Yeah.
You're gonna mispaint a few things.
What I was trying to do with this is just kind of build out a mushroom shape. And I don't know if I'm 100% like it. So we can change it. It's just, draft one. But I wanted to get size, as well. Just to kind of... This is how far out I think we could go. This is how tall it can be. This is kind of the space we have. Now the gold is only on the four lines which match below. I think that'll look really cool. But
Yeah.
the rest is a mixture of, still the white texture and then the glass. So, yeah. And I have to get more energy. How great is that?
Put a couch down.
I don't want to put a couch down.
Look, here you go, right here.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, I just carry enough stuff to make a couch in my pocket, so that when I need it, I just go like, whatever. I just have a good sit down, and then I just like tear it up.
Yeah, I don't have tools. I don't have anything again. 'Cause I died. Yep. Glad you could stop by, and we will be here Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. CST every week.
Every Tuesday and every Wednesday. Good seeing you, dude.
Yep. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, I appreciate you having you in chat. People in my stream, if you're wondering who we're talking to, it was someone in Veggie's chat.
Mhm.
So if you're interested in seeing Veggie's side of things, or if you're curious about what was said, you can jump over to his Twitch channel, which link is in the chat. Also, if you want to keep up with us, we do have a Discord where you can get updates. Lurkers are welcome. You can get updates about our streams, plus we chat in general and crack jokes and memes, share pictures of our pets, that kind of stuff. Join the community. And if you want to see what we've got on YouTube, this is my channel here. Go to Veggie's channel, check out his. He's got a different YouTube link. Check that out.
Mine is everything. I just chop it up into 30-minute chunks, and you can skip what you want and catch up.
I just have a couple teasers right now.
And you will be doing something different. I can't wait to see it.
So the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I cannot see it any other way but rounded because of the angles, because of the rounded part that's there, right? Like to complete this.
You could make it square, and then you'd only have to deal with when the two squares intersect.
Let's do something. Yeah, I think I know what you're trying to say. So let me build out like 1, 2, 3, 4 on either side here.
And we're gonna go easy streaming. For me,
What that looks like.
I get to
We need to go
sit
more
on
than
a couch, and you get to do the work.
6, 7, 8. Well, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to work out some more simple lines than a circle. So I'm hoping that we can kind of break up the design a little bit. And these should just be white plastic. I'm interested in how many people are watching our streams now who are new PlayStation players, since this dropped on PlayStation recently. Okay, so what I'm thinking is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
See, the problem I have is the blocks we use to get the angles can't be turned 45 degrees.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So I'm thinking, why not just make them go together and then put either a 45 or something on the corners?
That's not descriptive enough for me to understand what you're saying.
Well, what you would do
you
is
say make the things go together. Could you elaborate?
just keep building that one out without doing what you're doing, and then build the other one out, and there's only one block where they're going to meet, and you put like a 45 on it.
So what you're saying is round the corners to connect them, because that's what that would accomplish.
Well, I don't know if we're talking the same thing,
Yeah, because if I just like take the line that you built and start making the curved lines to try to connect it from the other sides, what we're going to end up with is basically a polygonal face, much like the tube, which is fine, but it's round. So, we're just committing to more round. I was trying to think maybe we could go more octagonal or something, just to like give it some differentiation from the rest of it. But it is so big that it's almost like we do need to sort of have a bit of roundness to some of it.
I don't have any
But
plates.
what you're describing sounds like basically a mushroom cap. You round out the mushroom cap.
I don't think you
Of
know what
course,
I'm
that doesn't
saying,
line
to
up.
tell you the truth. So,
Well, what I was trying to do is just establish
well, I
where are
understand.
some lines that we could, you know, which
You're.
which does make this huge.
I gotta
I'm not.
find a
Can I
cargo.
complete my thought here?
You can. I'm
Because
just
I'm
frustrated
stumbling over
because
my
I
words
want
trying to get this out.
a
So
cargo.
what I'm trying to say is that I'm just trying to draw an octagonal quarter to see if I like those dimensions, and of course it didn't line up, which is hilarious. But um, I don't know that it's going to be difficult to try to marry that line with the top line and try to make it like a smooth, but maybe we just make it like super greebled, where there's just like a lot of hard edges that don't line up. Like the tube is has very very smooth transitions, as smooth as it can get, and maybe we just don't worry about it to that degree with this part of it. But also, like, what are we wanting to put in here? Like CIC and living quarters. So what is it like? Top is CIC, bottom is living quarters, or left is CIC, right is living quarters? Like,
We just
what do you
have to
think?
figure out. I don't know.
So what I'm saying is that might help drive our design. Like maybe this is just arbitrary. Like this amount of space might be absurd for what we're trying to do. And so instead of saying let's define the space, let's figure out what needs to be in it and maybe design around that.
Of course.
Like I feel like we're thinking so much about shapes and less about use.
I'm just saying
Maybe
this
we
is what I was talking about.
and maybe we should consider use over shape.
If
And
you
then
want
the
it, that's fine.
use and then the use could define the shape.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same idea. It's just mine came in with a greater diagonal than yours did. Yours has a very shallow slope, whereas mine has a steeper
Hmm.
one. Okay, so you're thinking like again. In my mind, I'm thinking a split. Like we're living quarters and CIC. We kind of don't really want to mix the two, but you want them sort of near. So do we do like top bottom kind of a split, or
Well, I said at the beginning of this that either the top would be CIC and the bottom living quarters, or the bottom would be CIC, the top would be living quarters. And I don't
hmm.
really have a preference which.
Okay, so a top bottom split.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think what we need is when we come in, we need to have like a big navigable area that lets you go to which part you need to go to. So we definitely need to consider how to get through, and then we want to make this easy to navigate. So this first little spot's going to be like a little foyer.
Hmm.
And it would be really nice if you could get down to the engineering directly from here as well.
Well, my guess is that we'll put in stairs. We just don't know what we have yet. We just have a big hole.
No, no, I mean, I was talking about the opening of from production inward, because the reason I left it kind of open on the inside is like I kind of want to be able to get up from the. I want to have access to the lower floor from this hallway as much as I want to have access to the upper floor, so that the flow in between the areas is easy from anyway. You don't have to. You have to walk to the opposite end of the tube to get to the bottom. I guess what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
on this side, the production side. And so I'm trying to, if I can solve one side, I can solve the other, and the other side is more abstract. So this side is easier to solve and then emulate. You know what I mean? I think this one, I want to change out to these. No, these. Yeah. Okay. Yep. You went black screen.
Yeah, it always does that. I don't know why it does that. Why does it keep minimizing the window? I don't tell it to.
I don't have an answer for that. Doesn't do that when we're watching yours, I guess.
No, it doesn't, but... Oh, okay. I see what's going on. So, I put your screen behind the other screens because I don't need to see it. Well, if it's totally behind everything, then obviously Windows minimizes it or doesn't show it. But if I leave any, like the title bar open, then it's okay. I learned that today.
Okay.
Because it kept going by. It's like, it's never done that before. What's it doing? So. But hey. That's where we're at.
I think I'm being more and more sold on the idea of, rather than building the shape first, building the inside and then the shape around the inside.
Okay.
Inside out design. So first thing I want to do is, are you still just watching my stream?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting on the couch right now.
Well, I'm putting tools away.
So what I'm thinking is, yeah, instead of trying to just do like this big massive shape, we just know there's going to be some room that needs to be taken up, and we know that we want to be able to see the landing ring from these spaces, and we know that there's going to be a vertical split relative to the direction of gravity, artificial gravity that is, so like top bottom kind of a thing. Seems like it makes the most sense to have CIC on the bottom, living quarters on the top. You know,
Okay.
more secure
Yeah, that's
areas
fine.
down below. Because production's kind of like that, right? It's the same sort of thing, right? You know, common area on top, and then the production area below. I kind of see this side of the space station being similar. You know, it's common area up top, and then you go down below, and that's where we do the work. It's where the magic happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a short list of things that I demand that we have in our living quarters. I'm gonna be very strict about this. We need a green screen room.
Mm-hmm.
We need to take shots, photos and videos, that sort of thing. We also need to have a dance hall.
Okay.
Very important.
Yeah, that's fine.
Very important we have a dance hall. And maybe some custom blinky lights.
Well, that's part of a dance hall. Would be a dance hall without that.
It's true. And yeah, some other spaces too. I think we obviously have to have living quarters, like actual bedrooms,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it would be nice to have like maybe a movie room where we can sit down and watch, streams and whatnot from our favorite streamers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as you do.
As you do. Yeah.
Yeah. So this sounds like a on the next episode kind of a talk, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we've been streaming for 3 hours, and I'm going to go to bed soon.
Okay. So I guess that being said, we will take an extra long sit on this couch. We'll take a nap, in fact, perhaps.
Mhm.
We might do some offline work, so things might change dramatically by the next time you hear. And if that happens, we'll try to explain it the next stream. When's the next stream, Veggie?
The next stream will be
Mm,
next Tuesday.
next Tuesday.
Maybe some surprise ones. We never know. So.
Yep. But definitely look out for us next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. That's next Tuesday, 7 p.m., 7 p.m. next Tuesday Central Time.
Mhm.
If you want to come see us, we'd love to have you here. In fact, this was a really fun stream tonight. We had a lot of people in chat. We had some good talks. We had some good conversations. We didn't have any crashes. Like Rex, I mean.
True.
And the game ran mostly okay, except when we ran projectors. But that's, that's just projectors.
Yeah, and I changed something and it wouldn't let me in. So that was fun.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens. So on the next episode, we will be working more on the command information control center thingy machine place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of more descriptive words to throw in there, but also the living space. So we're gonna make it nice. We're gonna make a dance hall and a little, a streamer room, a green screen room, because we need that.
Mm-hmm.
And probably some more things. I don't know. Give us suggestions. We'll build more. We've got some ideas, but if you tell us to build something ridiculous, we probably will.
Yep.
There's all that and more next time on Space Engineer Survival.
Yay.